9. Glossary. Barriers are hurdles that prevent people from accessing prospects or services. They can be physical, like steps and no ramps, or social, like prejudice and discrimination. Co-production is about working together with people who use services to design and deliver those services. It values everyone's input equally. Devolved and reserved powers. The relationship between the United Kingdom and Wales is defined by a system of devolved and reserved powers. Devolved powers are those transferred from the UK government to the Welsh government, Senedd Cymru, allowing Wales to legislate on areas such as health, education and local government. Reserved powers remain under the control of the UK government and include matters like defence, foreign affairs, welfare and immigration. Intersectionality is related to the way in which different types of discrimination, i.e. unfair treatment because of a person's protected characteristics, are connected to and affect each other. Lived experience. This refers to the knowledge and expertise gained from people's own experiences. It is often used to inform and improve services and policies. Social model of disability. This model views disability as a result of barriers in society, not the individual's impairment or health condition. It focuses on removing these barriers to ensure people can participate fully in society. Well-being is about a person's own experience of feeling good in life. It includes mental, physical, emotional and cultural well-being. Annex 1. The Welsh Government Disability Disparity Evidence Unit. How we will measure change. As part of its core function, the Disability Disparity Evidence Unit is responsible for overseeing the monitoring and evaluation arrangements for the Disabled People's Rights Plan. This includes measurement of the plan's ongoing progress against individual actions, as well as a wider assessment of the overall impact made against its intended outcomes in the longer term. The Disability Disparity Evidence Unit consists of government social researchers who will evaluate the plan in line with the principles for evaluation and monitoring set out in the Magenta Book and Green Book. The Government Social Research (GSR) profession in the Welsh Government operates independently of policy teams. It is guided by the GSR Code, which is designed to ensure analytical integrity and ensure that all research is impartial, methodologically robust, and free from undue influence. Outlining the process for change. In order to measure change, the process for how it will be achieved must first be understood. This will be done through the development of theories of change, or logic models, for each broad area of the plan. These logic models will map out each step in how the plan aims to deliver its desired change, from inputs through to activities, outputs, outcomes, and impacts as defined shortly. Inputs are what needs to be put in to ensure that the plan can deliver its actions. For example, this may be funding, capacity, expertise, or any other resource required to bring about change. Activities group together the various actions and strands of work that will be undertaken to achieve the desired outcomes and impacts. These are the steps being taken to achieve the desired change. Outputs are the direct and short-term results from each activity. Progress against these is often tracked through monitoring data, but they are not usually enough on their own to evidence whether change is being delivered. Outcomes take a more holistic view of change in the medium term, with multiple actions and outputs usually contributing towards a single outcome. They are typically measured through indicators, which take a higher level view of progress towards the overall aims of a plan. Impacts are the longest term changes that the plan aims to achieve overall. They cannot be attributed to any one activity, output or outcome, but represent the combined effects of the plan in its entirety over an extended period of time. Each of the stages above will help to shape how progress and success of the plan is measured. In the short to medium term, monitoring and evaluation arrangements will focus on providing evidence against actions and outcomes through a measurement framework and process evaluation. Measurement framework. Aligned to the theories of change, which set out how the plan intends to achieve its objectives, an overarching measurement framework will be developed to evidence progress and demonstrate the direction of change across key areas of the plan. This will include between 5 and 10 indicators for each policy area, which, when considered together, will provide a holistic view of the effect that the plan is having overall. There are a number of factors to be considered to identify which indicators will provide the most accurate and comprehensive view of the plan. For example, the quality of the data provided, if it is available at the necessary scale and frequency, and whether it aligns with the goals of the plan. These indicators also need to complement each other and must be able to clearly communicate evidence in a way that meets the needs of the plan's stakeholders. Additionally, not all data will be available for every area of the plan, and in the process of developing the framework, gaps in the evidence will undoubtedly emerge. In line with the mission of the Equality, Race and Disability Evidenced Units, the Disability Disparity Evidence Unit will target these gaps where possible, aiming to improve the availability, quality, granularity and accessibility of equalities evidence, both now and through its future work plan. Process and impact evaluation. While the measurement framework will be a valuable source of information, indicators alone are not enough to determine causality or to fully demonstrate why a change has happened. In order to address this, the framework will be supported by a process evaluation, which aims to understand how a policy or intervention is being implemented by finding out what works well, identifying barriers to delivery, and making recommendations for improvement in the future. The process evaluation will draw upon different types of data to assess the implementation of the plan. Numerical quantitative data will be used to monitor the outputs of actions in the short to medium term, as outlined within the theories of change. For example, monitoring data may be used to show the number of disabled people engaged with during the development of a policy, or the number of service providers that have attended social model of disability training. Though similar to the use of data in the measurement framework, monitoring data used in the process evaluation will be more closely aligned to individual actions and less indicative of wider change in the long term. The evaluation may also draw upon additional data from surveys to address any gaps that emerge in the evidence and to provide a snapshot of people's experiences with the plan. Where a deeper level of understanding is required, people's thoughts and opinions will be captured through the use of qualitative data methods, such as interviews or focus groups. These will be used to explore changes in greater detail, helping to understand the process for why a change has happened and how people have been affected by it. Ultimately, qualitative methods help to accurately represent the views of everyone involved with the plan, including the Welsh Government officials that are responsible for actions, partnership organisations involved in its delivery, and most importantly, the disabled people whose lives it aims to improve. As such, lived experience will be essential to ensure that disabled people remain at the heart of the evaluation. In addition to the lived experience of researchers within the Disability Disparity Evidence Unit, disabled people will be involved at every stage to make sure that the research is accessible by design and that the experiences of disabled people are fully represented. The External Advisory Board will have a key role in this. It is imperative that the research abides by the principles of nothing about us without us, embedding the social model of disability throughout to ensure a fully inclusive and representative approach. Although primary focus of the process evaluation will be on the implementation of the plan and addressing barriers to delivery over the first 2 years, it will provide some indication of early impact and emerging outcomes, but as the wider effects on disabled people in Wales may not be fully evident until further down the line. This stage of the research will be followed by a subsequent impact evaluation, focus on assessing the success of the plan in achieving its outcomes in the mid to long term. This second phase of the research will draw upon data collated across a longer time frame and on the experiences of the disabled people affected by the plan to assess its overall impact.